Welcome to Agile Data. My name is Romans. I'm the author of the concept and the main contributor for this framework. A lot of ideas for Agile Data I took from other frameworks and other libraries, not necessarily in the PHP universe. I was actually inspired by quite a few frameworks in Java. One of the things which I was able to see in Java quite consistently, and I saw a pretty poor implementation in the PHP ORM frameworks, is implementation of domain model. For those who don't know, the domain model is the layer of separation between the way how objects are stored and how objects are handled in memory. So, to give you an example, let's imagine that our date field for the invoice has been renamed for whatever reasons into invoice date inside the database. Now, normally, your application will start throwing out errors saying that the field is not defined, and at this point you will have to go through a bunch of templates, a bunch of fields, a bunch of XML files, and maybe even your own logic, the business logic files, and update the name of the field. But that's not the case with the Agile Data, because Agile Data can map a domain field date into a persistent field invoice date. I just need to define that and it works again. Right, so invoices, the field is still called date over here, and I can edit it. I could change by setting a different date. It's if that updates correctly, all the operations work fine. And if I take it to the console, the date will also be date field. So the point I'm trying to make here is that the rest of your application does not have to know how your field is represented in the database. Now, let's look into a more practical use for the persistence mapping. With the date field, we just mapped one field into another, just different name, but what if there is no physical field? What if I want to add a domain field, which is called total, that doesn't map into any specific database field, but instead it would map into arbitrary expression? Well, Agile Data actually allows you to do that. Okay, as soon as I define that, the UI will discover the new field, and this is actually being calculated inside the SQL. But it's actually quite handy if I can use things like quantity and price in here. And now I have a total calculation which is done entirely in SQL. I don't have to do it in PHP. It saves me some time. As a next step, I would like to update this aggregation from quantity to total. And we'll do the same with the client. So next time when I'm opening this page, instead of showing the total number of items, it shows me the total price for all the items across all the invoice line for that particular client. And all of that done again in a single query. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe button, and soon I will be back with more exciting videos.